It has finally happened, people. Last night, your boy Donny Pump, in one of the last moves of his presidency, gave a pardon to probably my favorite rapper of all time, Lil Wayne, aka Lil Weezy, aka the Fireman, aka I will take a loaded pistol wherever I damn want. Because the whole reason that Lil Wayne even needed a pardon from your boy Donny Pump, because only in December did Lil Wayne recently plead guilty to a federal weapons charge where he was facing potentially 10 years in jail. Now, Lil Wayne was caught with a gun on his private jet, but this weren't no normal gun. Oh, no. It was a gold-plated handgun. Lil Wayne is truly prestige out here in these streets. Lil Wayne's out here moving like Scaramanga. Real talk. There's no picture of the gold-plated gun. All we got is pictures of Lil Wayne wearing this dreadful Burberry outfit, looking like the only crimes he's committed are against fashion, baby. This was a gold-plated Remington 1911. Now, I swear that's the gun out of fucking Hitman. This is the sort of strap that Weezy was getting caught on his plane with. So it wasn't just a golden gun that Wayne had got caught with on his plane. He had got caught with numerous other controlled substances. He was found with what was described as a personal stash of cocaine, ecstasy, and oxycodone. Now, I don't know what goes on Lil Wayne's plane, but I want to be involved. Get me there, Donald Trump. But Trump wasn't done with the Carter by any means, because after he pardoned Lil Wayne and made sure that he would not face any consequences in the potential case where he could have been facing 10 years in the slammer, Donald Trump turned his attention to another rapping legend. Your boy Kodak Black caught himself a commutation? What did he get? Kodak. 30-second ad. Sharp. Every page is just tracksuits that they're trying to sell me. I'm trying to do a video. So in addition to Lil Wayne getting the pardon, Kodak Black has also had his sentence commuted. Now, if you don't know the specifics about what happened with Kodak Black, go and check out my video where I broke down all of the stupid crimes of Kodak Black that got him into this jam. But basically, Kodak Black got also caught up with a whole bunch of guns with a fake social security number when he was a convicted felon. Shouldn't have had no guns. So Kodak was sentenced to around 4 years for having these guns. Lil Wayne was facing potentially up to 10 years for having a golden gun on his jet, and both of them being given the Donald Trump treatment, and it's mainly because they have been putting in work on social media, kissing that presidential little butthole to get themselves this pardon, this clemency, and by God it worked. I've got to tip my hat, respects to them. Big shout outs to Kodak Black and Lil Wayne for finessing this. It's been a bumpy road to get to this point, let's say. Lil Wayne had to essentially put all of his integrity straight into the shredder to try and get Donald Trump on side by endorsing him around a month ago. So back at the end of October, Lil Wayne came out in endorsement of Donald Trump, specifically shouting out his platinum plan. Now, I don't know if he was planning to deliver that platinum plan in conjunction with Icebox or perhaps some of the shitty chain manufacturers that I was reviewing in my last video, but clearly whatever platinum Donald Trump was locking turned out to be completely fugazi, leaving him with a very green neck. Thing is, I knew at the time, I was thinking this at the time, it seemed like Lil Wayne was on some finessing shit because this seemed like it had pardon written all over it. We all knew that he'd spent time in Rikers for catching a gun charge before, so if he went down for this, he would have been duly fucked. You gotta give Wayne his props for being a master finesser here. I mean, for real, like, Kanye West got fuck all out of Trump. Kanye West went to all of those meetings with Trump, and all he had to show for it was that stupid hat. Oh wait, no, he's getting a divorce now too, so he's got that as well. Meanwhile, Kodak Black is sitting in jail. I don't know how he's managed this, but he's been drumming up a Twitter storm saying about how he's going to be a much better guy if Donald Trump only pardons him or commutes his sentence. About a month ago, Kodak Black was out here saying that he would give $1 million to charity if Donald Trump pardons him. Now, it feels like that he was just saying whatever bullshit that he could to try and get a pardon at the time. I don't think anyone was expecting Donald Trump to actually pardon Lil Kodak, but who knows, maybe he's a Project Baby fan. The funny thing here is that pretty much everyone was expecting Kodak Black to not get a pardon. That includes Kodak Black himself, who now, once he gets released, he's going to have to make good and give this $1 million to charity. I don't think he even said which charity he was giving it to. So Kodak Black tweeted specifically, if the president them free me, I'm going to spend $1 million on charity within the first year I'm out. That's on everything. Kodak is going to have to spend $1 million. And you know what? It was worth it. And there's been a lot of speculation floating around as to whether the Donald Trump pardons were paid for, bought in cash, that he was actually selling pardons to the highest bidder. And hey, maybe that's the case. Maybe that little charity donation is going straight into Donald Trump's little small-handed in pockets. And it turns out that wasn't even the first time Kodak Black had tried to lobby Trump to get him out of jail. Back in September, Kodak Black was reportedly begging Donald Trump to commute his sentence. Now, I've just seen this. So apparently Kodak's attorney was actually a contestant on The Apprentice back in 2005, but got fired. But clearly, the connections that he made after being fired by Donald Trump on The Apprentice in 2005 perhaps came in handy at getting your boy Kodak a little pardon. Regardless, though, even with the endorsements and the positive words that have been said, it is pretty bizarre that Donald Trump Trump. Donald Trump would decide to pardon Kodak Black and Lil Wayne of all people. And that's got me thinking, why would this happen? Who is responsible for putting Kodak Black and Lil Weezy on Donald Trump's radar? And one person that has been pointed to specifically for potentially being the hip-hop plug in the former White House is your boy Jared Kushner. And you know why they call him Kushner, baby, because he's smoking that good. Jared Kushner appears to have played a role in some of these bizarre Kanye West link-ups with the White House. Apparently Kanye found himself vacationing not too far from Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump, and they ended up having a private meeting in August 2020. But it's not just Kanye and Kushner. Kushner has also met up with your boy Ice Cube, and apparently Ice Cube actually played a role in the formation of this supposed platinum plan. Now for real, I don't know how or why this pasty little clown managed to weasel his way into the hip-hoposphere on behalf of his daddy Donnie. I'd at least like to fantasize about how much Jared Kushner really does love hip-hop. I mean, does he get Ivanka to bust it down to some Blueface after a long day at the office? Or is he more of an old-school Wu-Tang guy? I mean, Cash clearly does rule everything around this clown. I'm personally getting big Martin Shkreli vibes from the dude, which brings me along to my next point. Why no pardon for Martin Shkreli? Young Shkreli Manelli, he deserved a pardon more than anybody, and apparently he's been literally sitting in a jail cell this whole time trying to put those pharma skills to use, creating some kind of cure for the coronavirus made of toilet wine. I mean, I hear this guy's currently developing a vaccine that can only be administered with a sharpened toothbrush. Shkreli had failed to be let out of jail back in April when he said that he should be able to be released so that he could fight the good fight against COVID. But anywho, no pardon for Shkreli. Another person who I would have at least thought would have got onto the list of Trump pardons, given the sheer amount of clout that he allowed Trump to gobble up during the campaign. I'm talking about Lil Pimp. I'm not entirely sure Lil Pimp has actually done any crime. Lil Pimp's had cases in the past, but he currently isn't fighting any cases, which is bizarre because you'd have at least thought, like, Lil Pump should have gone out and committed a couple of crimes just because he knows that he has a pardon in his pocket. He at least could have gone out and sold a few of those Fenty-laced Zans that everybody seems to love, or at the very least, he could have asked Trump to pardon the crimes against music he's been committing for the past 3 years. Thing is, you can tell that Donald Trump clearly isn't that plugged in with the hip-hoposphere, because if he really knew what he was doing, he would have pardoned some of the real G. He'd have pardoned YNW Melly, Free Melly the Menace, in fact, let's make murder legal. He could have pardoned Bobby Schmurder, and I know he's getting out in a few months, but I don't want to wait that long. He could have pardoned Max B, the Wave God. After all, I thought Trump was really about that grimy New York shit. And I know it's not hip-hop, but I know a lot of people for real were very disappointed that we didn't see a pardon for your boy Tiger King, aka Tiger King, aka Joe Exotic. And honestly, in one of the most pathetic scenes I've ever seen, Joe Exotic had a neon light rimmed, what looks like a Dodge pickup truck limousine waiting outside of his criminal defense lawyer's office in the hopes that Donald Trump pardon was coming. And I can tell you people, that pardon did not come. I'd like to think that once the pardons were handed out, Lil Wayne's 6x6 G-Wagon just literally crushed over that entire fucking shitty limo that Joe Exotic had waiting and just went and bust my boy out the slammer. But of course, the one final pardon that Trump should have given that we all know was the most deserved pardon of all was, of course, every single member of Treyway. Come on, Trump. You could have freed Shotty from Treyway. You could have freed Kuda B. Just imagine how much more fun hip-hop would have been in 2021 had we got 6ix9ine freed from coronavirus in April and the entire of Treyway freed in January so that the entire year can play out like a game of rap-based Catch Me If You Can. This year should be playing out like the hip-hop version of Mouse Hunt, baby. Anyway, that's the video. Lil Wayne ain't going to jail for the golden gun. Kodak Black's apparently getting pardoned. So I guess if we've learned one solitary thing from the Trump presidency is that it's completely okay to carry guns if you're a registered felon as long as you make fire music. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that quick news video. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting the channel so far. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the last video. If you liked this, give it a like, give me a comment, let me know what you thought of Weezy and Kodak potentially being free soon, and make sure that you let me know the other stories that you want me to cover in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.